Hey guys, this is Grabbing the Brisket. We're here at Hurtado's Barbecue, Texas Monthly Top 50 Barbecue Joint in Arlington, Texas. The historical, downtown Arlington, Texas. They have two locations, one in Fort Worth, one in Arlington, and I think they're in the ballpark with the Rangers.
Yeah, they are.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. We're also in the. This is the city that King of the Hill was mimicked after.
Was it?
He's in Arlen, Texas. There's no such
Oh.
thing. It was mimicked after Arlington, Texas.
Okay,
So,
I thought that
there
was
you
a
go.
real place. I was like, I want to go there.
I tell you what.
Yeah.
I mean, do they have like a King of the Hill inspired menu here? Like,
Ooh,
man,
somewhere
we
around here
should
there's
ask
got to be
that.
something like that.
Absolutely not.
Right.
They cook with wood here.
Right.
That's actually
We
accurate.
got the Ladybird platter,
Mm-hmm.
the Luann special.
The Hank Hill burger is just a plain
Right.
barbecue, like propane burger.
It has no flavor.
One propane grill out in the back. Yeah, that's awesome. But hey, super excited. And
It's a field trip. I feel like we're on a field
trip
trip.
for us. So yeah, we are just cruising all over the state of Texas, checking out awesome barbecue venues, awesome breweries. So this is super fun, and I'm glad you guys are here. We're down one guy. Jan's not here. He's not going to be able to make it. He's in Denver, Colorado. He's acting like it's work. But if I know him, it's not work.
No,
He's like,
it's not work.
He acted like it was just super stressful. Of just the only thing, he just sends me pictures of him at like bars drinking like
Right. No,
cocktails.
I get the same one. Yeah, he looked super stressed out, didn't he?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
There's one that he shot. It was like looked like he had his arm around a chair and he had just a drink
Yeah.
just sitting there and he was just staring off at the distance. I'm
Yeah.
like, did you just pay somebody to take a picture?
The waitress is like, "Is this one good?" No, one more time. One more time.
Do it one more.
He would totally do that, yeah.
She's like, "You better give me a good tip."
Yeah, exactly.
Hey. And here's the man himself.
All right, hey everybody, we're back here at. So, can you settle like a little, not a bet, a disagreement that I'm having with John, because John's been throwing me off like quite a bit over the name Hurtado Barbecue. Is it Hurtado? Am I saying that correctly?
You're saying that in the correct state, yeah.
Okay. John is always in my ear like Hurtado, and I'm like,
Hurtado, and then to get even more extreme, Hurtado.
That's actually how I was saying it. That's what I was saying.
John thought it was Greek. So,
Right.
you know.
Right.
John's California roots came out just a little bit.
And I say tortilla, and then Brandon will say tortilla.
Oh, there it is.
Tortilla.
Yeah.
Okay? And then, I mean, we can just keep it. Yeah.
So we're at Hurtado Barbecue, Texas Monthly Top
You
50.
just said it how I said it, bro. You just
See,
said
you're in my
Hurtado.
brain, dude.
What's wrong with you?
Yeah. Let's do that again. Get the magic of.
No, don't cut any of that.
I'm not
We're not cutting any of that.
None of that's
Okay,
being
good.
cut.
All right, guys. Hey, we're at Hurtado Barbecue here in Arlington, Texas. We're special guest here. We got Mike Sharp, pitmaster here at Hurtado. Hey, Mike, how's it been? I'm sure it's a Saturday afternoon. I'm sure you're busy. Thank you for taking time out of your schedule to shoot a little shit with
No
us.
problem. This is my first podcast ever, and I'm not really much of a podcast guy, but
Yeah.
this seems fun.
Cool.
It really is just a excuse for us to just drink beer.
Yeah, I'm really
Right.
good at that. So.
Yeah, there you go. Hey,
Perfect.
We really appreciate you guys comping all the beer for us. So
Right, yeah. We just keep saying, just put it on Hurtado's tab. Yeah, it's fine.
so tell us a little bit about Hurtado. I mean, we know a little bit of it, and we know it, but maybe some new listeners that are just getting into the thing of barbecue, because lately over the last like 10 years, it has exploded to where everybody is into craft barbecue, just like craft beer. Everybody's into craft barbecue, and you have a lot of places that are popping up all over the place, and a lot of them are just like Hurtado's. A lot of them are just super fantastic. And tell us a little bit about your backstory. Tell us a little bit about what Hurtado is all about.
Well, Hurtado started as like a pop-up. Brandon had a little went to a pop-up food truck, brick and mortar, and now he's got 2 locations and the ballpark. So he went from, I like to say, backyard barbecue to now he's cooking in ballparks, which is pretty cool.
God, that's amazing.
So I started cooking for his company in 2020, where we were really just trying to figure things out and busting our asses. And it's fun to have a crew of people that they weren't just, in the middle of their life trying to figure out what to do. Every one of us was here to cook barbecue. That's what we wanted to do with our life. And when we all got together, we created something really special. And it's like we're all a family here. So it's like a bunch of brothers cooking barbecue together every day. And, you can taste it. It's a bunch of love in there. So, I don't know how else to describe it. We've started from... in the restaurant industry, you have walk-in coolers and all sorts of stuff. We started from no walk-in coolers. Now we have walk-in coolers, and we used to prep into ice coolers, and that was a struggle. And then we got to grow and grow and grow and grow, and it's been fun to be a part of it.
Yeah, nice. It's not a easy venture to say. I know you guys have relatively not quick, it's like quick grow, quick to fame, because I know. You went from the just the pop-ups to the food truck to brick and mortar pretty quick. I mean, your popularity, you guys grew pretty quick, and that's got to be challenging in its own.
I wasn't a part of the pop-ups. I remember meeting Brandon I was cooking at a Texas Monthly Barbecue Festival, and met Brandon and really liked the crew, and then decided I was an executive pitmaster for a restaurant in Dallas at the time, and decided. I'm kind of done trying to do the whole, look at me, I'm the executive pitmaster guy.
Yeah.
I'm going to go join a crew and let's dominate some shit. And we did. So it was fun, man.
Hell yeah.
Yeah, I was going to ask you before you came here what you were doing before that. So
when it was a long time ago, when I was probably 6 years ago, I want to say now, or 7 years, I opened a restaurant in East Dallas called Smoky Rose by White Rock Lake.
Okay.
So I did all offset cooking for a huge restaurant across from the Arboretum. And I was 26 years old. I went from a catering company to running a huge offset program, really not knowing shit, just trying to figure it out.
Trial and error.
Yeah, and it was just, it was not easy. It was long days. So I went from there, burnt out, tired. I went and then I got asked if I wanted to take over Ferris Wheeler's Backyard and Barbecue in Dallas. Did that. Played a whole lot of golf. As a rotisserie, restaurant.
Oh,
so
nice.
I learned how to play golf. That's what I say. I learned from Ferris Wheelers. I learned how to golf.
Yeah.
And then I was ready to grow in my career. And I remember meeting Brandon and realizing there's a huge opportunity. And I really liked the whole Mexican aspect of the barbecue scene. I wanted to get a part of that, and just came in, and we all became, best friends. So,
dude, that's awesome. The whole fusion, the barbecue fusion, over the last couple of years has just exploded, because a lot of people do the Central Texas style offset smoking. But I think you see a lot of people that come in with a little bit of a different background, or maybe a different culinary skill, and they're like, hey, let me add a little Asian flair to this, or let me add a different take on this. We're still doing traditional Texas barbecue, but we're going to pizzazz it up just a little bit with what I currently know how to do. That I envy that. I mean, I like that.
Yeah, I mean, I think at least for me, I usually don't like to go out and just go get regular barbecue, because we're cooking that all the time. So if I can go out and get some kind of, something like what you guys are doing here, that's kind of exciting. It's different than what I'm just used to,
Yeah,
it is cool.
Let me ask you this: is it hard to get that notoriety doing the rotisserie style pits? There's a lot of restaurants that just do those. I'm going to say Southern Prides.
I mean, there's
a
craft to all of it. So every smoker's different. If you're cooking on a rotisserie pit and someone's talking down on you for just being a rotisserie pit, it's because that person
had never cooked on one.
Has never cooked on one. I mean, there's every part. If you're going all offset, there's difficulties. If you're going rotisseries, there's difficulties.
Yeah.
Of course, with gas-assisted rotisseries, you have the luxury of going the fuck home.
Going to sleep.
That's the only thing that I can say. When I had a gas-assisted pit, I got to go home and sleep. But here we're cooking, man.
Yeah.
There's no going home. We don't have any. There's no going home.
Yeah. Well, hopefully you at least get to share the burden a little bit, and you're not just.
Yeah.
Tell us a little bit about the crew that you got here,
dude. So we have a badass crew. So we just hired on a guy named Zane Cannon. He's worked. This is his third restaurant with me. I've trained him since he was probably 17. He's strong guy. We've got a guy named Josh Black. He's ex Air Force, worked on airplanes as a mechanic. Decided he wanted to cook barbecue, and he's been absolutely strong. And then Ralph Diaz, the third. He's the third of his name. He is our pit manager of this location, and I actually left the company for 11 months to open a restaurant in Dallas last year, and Brandon got me to come back, and I'm really glad I did. But Ralph I remember when he came on, and he's really stepped up and grown as a pit master. Really, really strong guy. He leads this crew and really helps keep our numbers in check. And we've got so many caterings coming through here, and just having to update your numbers, how many briskets are going on. I mean, it's different than it was 2 days ago. Then our numbers are constantly changing, and Ralph's on top of that like crazy. Really, really, really stand up, dude. Then we got a guy named Tony. So Tony's great. He actually sold me and Brandon our dog. We've got dogs out of the same litter. So we go duck hunting with our dogs and all that stuff. And Tony joined our crew when I was gone. And he was our head sausage guy out of Little Elm. And we closed Little Elm since. But he's a strong asset to our crew, works his ass off. And then our night guys. So our night guys are a whole different story. I guess in barbecue, when you're trying to hire, you're looking at guys that can cook like a shitload of stuff. When you're opening a restaurant, your morning guys are loading your ribs, chicken, sausage, turkey. It goes on and on and on and on, burn ends. And then your night guys, they're the guys that have to sit there and baby briskets and really, really pay attention to the smallest things. And our night guys, we've got a guy here that he actually is at both locations in Fort Worth and Arlington, named Cody Scott. Okay. He used to work for Terry Black's. He's from California, just a badass brisket cooker. Probably one of the strongest I've seen in my career. Working with him is great. And so, and then we've got a guy named Yvonne, and he cooks brisket as well for us. But it's fun to sit back and look at our crew and say, not one of these guys can do anything better than the other, but when we all work together, that's the standard of food we put out.
I was wondering how, whenever you're on a team like that, how you guys split it up. So do you have certain special things that you just do, or can everybody do everything?
Everyone can do everything. Everyone leans on everybody. I mean, of course, there's days where I'm hungover or something's going on, someone's sick, and then someone's going to step in more. We do all of our own. All of our pit guys do all of their own prep. So we don't have any designated trimmers that come in here. We don't have any designated guys that just come in and help us trim our ribs down. I mean, not only are we all cooking, we're prepping for the next day. We're working our asses off. I mean, we don't stop. So we all depend on each other to help manage fires and get everything prepped. And I don't know. We have a fun crew.
Yeah.
Can I ask you, not really trying to get any trade secrets, what kind of beef do you guys use for briskets?
Yes, we are.
No, you're fine. So we literally just became the first restaurant in the United States to get the 4 6s ranch beef.
I saw the hat, and I was
So me and Brandon and our COO, Jacob Hunter, badass dude, constantly learning from him, went down to the 6s ranch. And, dude, I was just the guy in the back seat. I was having to put orders in for the restaurant with my phone, hotspotting on the computer, and I don't know what city it's in. I should know that because we were cooking their beef. But, dude, I was at the ranch, and if you guys watch Yellowstone,
that's where I saw it.
100%.
Everybody watches that shit. Dude, we went out to that ranch, and they're real fucking cowboys. I mean, they're breaking wild horses, dude. They had gone the day before, wrangled up a bunch of colts, and I'm sitting there by a pit cooking briskets. Me and Brandon cooked that night, and it was pouring down rain. We didn't have anything covering us. And then we're like, dude, all right, let's get back to the bunkhouse. We'll load a big, nice fire. We just wrap the briskets, and then we'll get back down there in 2 hours. Well, of course, I didn't get the hell out of bed. Brandon did. Brandon went down there. By the time I scrambled down there to the pit, there's fucking cowboys breaking colts.
Oh, yeah.
I've never seen that before. So this is I think it's like the second biggest ranch in Texas, if not the country.
I think-
something
yeah.
weird
It's
like
huge.
that.
King Ranch, I think, is the largest in Texas, and I think they're right there behind them.
So it's something like that. So
you
just
see?
to see the work ethic and the devotion that these guys have to their craft of being cowboys, it makes you really appreciate what a cowboy can do to
Yeah.
cattle.
Yeah.
So
Those
like,
guys are like, those guys are men.
yeah, they are.
I'm
They
over
don't-
here with an electric bicycle.
Yeah.
And they're like breaking horses and shit.
Yeah, and so like, what does a cowboy do? He handles cows with horses, and so we see these hardcore cowboys, badass brand, and then we get to try their beef. And first time we tried it, we were like, holy shit, this is really good. And we weren't bullshitting. We've had to try tons of brisket to try and figure it out. So Taylor Sheardon, producer of Yellowstone, owns that ranch. Gave us rides to their brisket, and we brought it on, and I really, really enjoyed it. The marbling in the flat alone blows my mind. Just seeing that cut that's usually just very scarce of fat and so lean. It's just marbled almost like a Wagyu brisket. It's crazy.
Nice.
Dude, that's
Get our
awesome.
hands on some of that.
I know.
Right.
Now, when you guys are preparing the meats and all that kind of stuff, is there like the Hurtado, like this is what our brisket is, and everybody does it
There
that
is,
way? So
yeah.
you all get trained up on how to do that
Correct.
exactly.
Yeah. We have a certain way we trim. Brandon is very particular on how we trim, how much fat he likes to leave on the brisket. And, we've hired a lot of guys on from past restaurants, and they've all had to adapt. And I've left, like I said, I've left the company and then had ownership be like, no, don't trim like that. But having an owner here that's really barbecue savvy is unbelievable. And he can cook the shit out of brisket. Brandon's no joke. Brandon can cook.
That's awesome. He's up in Kansas City right now?
Yeah, they're doing a festival up there.
Sounds like it's a big one. Arrowhead Stadium?
Yeah, they're in the Arrowhead Stadium.
Nice.
I guess that's a good excuse for not being here.
Right.
Exactly.
For our little podcast.
We mentioned Mexican and infusion and whatnot. How does that affect the menu for the listeners? Like, oh, that sounds cool, but what does that actually mean? Like, what does the menu look like here that's different from a regular?
It's hard for me because, just when my main brain went to specials. So Brandon will come out and be like, we're gonna do brisket. I can't even say the names. It's like we were talking about Hurtado. It's like brisket. I'm not gonna even do it. I sound like a fucking idiot. Brisket guisada or something like that.
Guisada?
It's like gravy. And I was like, what the hell are y'all talking about? And then we're gonna do tacos with that shit. And I'm like, all right, cool. And then he'll ask, to cook traditional Texas shit, and then he'll take it into the kitchen and either cook it for an extra 10 hours a certain way or do something like that, and then he'll put that twist on it. But literally, he's the brains behind that, because I guess he grew up with his grandma cooking for the family and really getting that authentic Mexican cuisine. And I'm a guy that just grew up going to El Phoenix, and
Right.
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
So on top of that, instead of offering white bread, we have tortillas, which is, it's not like to say tortillas make you have in Mexico, but
No.
But they do make everything better, right?
Make the tortillas in house.
yeah, we have brisket tallow in our tortillas. And,
Nice.
Oh my God, that sounds
There's an actual good thing to use with your tallow.
right.
Yeah.
We're always harping on people using tallow, like overdoing it and everything, but tortillas.
It seems like
great
it's a
option.
fad now, and I'll get off my high horse because I talk about it a lot on the podcast, because I think it's just a fad that people have seen on the internet. Like, I see people just inject their briskets with beef tallow, and or they use it in just weird manners, and I'm like, okay, beef tallow is just oil, right? Like, I mean, I don't understand the application. It's like frying stuff, badass. Making refried beans, badass. Making tortillas, awesome. Like McDonald's, I think prior to, I don't know, the 90s or whatever, they fried all their French fries in beef tallow.
It's true.
But a lot of people do weird applications to it, so I always kind of bash on it a little bit, but it has its use. It does, yeah. Let me ask you this, Mike. You got a tight knit group here. You guys are all friends, right? Any pranks going on? You guys give each other a hard time? I mean,
Okay, well, so they never know when I'm coming in, because I've got to be either in Fort Worth or here or wherever the hell I'm told. So this past week, I think it's probably going to start a trend. We're busy as shit. I think it was last Sunday, so Saturday night, Sunday morning. Ralph, our pit manager here, he comes in at 6 a.m. and I came in like 3 or 4 in the morning, and I had everything going. I was like, okay, well, Ralph's about to show up. Everybody, get in the fucking truck. Let's get out of here. Turn all the lights off. Make it look like nobody's here. So he's showing up on a busy ass day, and thinking, oh shit, nobody came in to load and do, like, we're screwed. Mm-hmm. So we all parked down the street, and where I could see him pull up in his truck, and he rolls in, and we're all like, all right, here we go. And he's a big, tall Puerto Rican dude, and he comes in. You see him turn the lights on, and you can see him be like, oh, what the hell? Like, what's going on? Right. And I'm dying laughing. Then we all haul ass in with our brights on, like,
surprise!
Yeah, I know you were scared, you little bitch. Like, fucking so that might have started something.
Yeah. I'd be like, I'm going to have a heart attack, or I already had a panic attack. I'm actually just not going to come into work today. I just turned around and went home. Like, fuck.
Well, fuck this, I quit.
Yeah.
Dude, that is badass.
But yeah, we have a good time.
Here's one we'd like to ask people. Barbecue fails.
Yeah.
I feel like everybody has at least one. Listeners love to hear them. Do you have a story of a barbecue fail where you're just like, well, fuck, that didn't go right?
Man, barbecue fails. Burn-ins for me have been, pork belly burn-ins have been trying to get those where you want them. I don't think I've ever been completely 100% satisfied. Mm-hmm. Every day, no matter what day it is.
I'm right there with you.
Will they pass like a C? Yes. Will they make a turd? Yes. Are people going to eat them? Yes.
For sure. Yeah,
I'm always fucking blowing my mind. Not yet.
You're like, don't judge my barbecue.
Correct.
Based on this.
Yeah.
Right. Pork belly burn ends for me. I'm like, I'm probably similar to what your point of view is. I like it a certain way. And we've done them plenty of times. We gave them out to everybody. This is freaking amazing. This is a magical piece of meat. I'm like, and I tried. I'm like, I don't know. It's not missing something, or maybe I should cook them longer. For me, it's like you got to render that fat out just a little bit.
Just right.
And I like the crispiness and getting a little bit of that chicharron crunchiness to it. But I mean, and I don't like to put a lot of sauce on it. I'll be honest. I'm not like a huge sauce guy. I think
we've tried it like 20 different ways.
Yeah.
And I swear we still haven't figured it out.
Okay,
well, when I was at the bar earlier getting some drinks, some random person was over there waiting for their food, and they told me that we had to try the ribeyes.
Oh yeah.
So you guys do all those? Like, I'm guessing you all do them here.
So we started them for Father's Day, and we still have some. I have not. We're cutting fresh rib rolls. It's not like I'm cutting steaks and then we're selling them a week later. No, So I've gotten in some more rib rolls because they sold so well, and we're cutting ribeyes today. And within the first hour, I sold like 13. I was like, oh shit! Like, guys, keep them coming, keep them coming. And we're short staffed this week, so we're just scrambling. But yeah, the ribeyes today are selling, and they're from the Sixes Ranch. If I not,
that's awesome.
So.
Nice. So if someone's coming in for the first time here, what should they try? What do you think's like your best thing?
Everything.
Oh,
Yeah,
everything's
just try
the best?
everything.
Okay.
just one off of everything on
Yeah,
the
just
menu.
get a little bit of everything.
That's exactly what I was going to order.
Come in here, spend $200, $300, get everything.
Yes.
That's how to do it.
Yes. Let them sell out in an hour and a half so you can go home and get a break.
Yeah. You guys have an off day?
I am off usually Mondays and Tuesdays, but we're not closed.
Not closed. Okay. Yeah.
Wow.
Golf.
Yeah.
Still working on the golf game. It's a big part of the extracurricular life of mine.
Nice. I love that. What about this? Do you barbecue outside of here?
So that's how I really fell in love with it. I mean, I went to college, didn't stay long. Mom and Dad showed up one day and said, with a U-Haul, didn't see him, didn't tell me they were coming, said, pack your shit. I said, God, okay. And then, what are you going to do? I come back to Dallas, start waiting tables, but I found a smoker by the dumpster at my apartment complex, and I fixed it up. My dad, I grew up with him. He had a trailer 250-gallon pit. And he was always so obsessed with it. But I was like, Dad, dude, what? I don't give a shit. Like, I don't, you're out here, crack of dawn, and then we're not eating till dinner. I'm not going to do that. But he was always showing me.
You can just get right in the camera. It's fine.
Yeah.
Hey, it's fine.
But anyway, so I was waiting tables, and I think it was at Del Frisco's
Thank
at the
you so
time.
much.
And I was doing I was their expediter and food runner, and I'd bring my leftover barbecue from that pit I found by the dumpster to my chefs that were in the kitchen. They're like, damn, you're pretty good at this. I was like, dude, I just sat around and drank beer and had a good time. Glad you like it. And then one of them left Del Frisco's and went up to upstate New York and bought a restaurant and asked if I wanted to come up there and cook for him. I was like, yeah, I'll do that. So I was living on Lake Champlain and up there cooking, first time ever really working in the kitchen. And came home after that, because that shit freezes over. It gets cold up there real quick.
It's nasty.
And so I came home and I started wanted to work for Lockhart. So I'd sat down with the owner of Lockhart before I left, and he hired me on. So I had a job when I came home in barbecue, and that was years ago, probably 10 years ago. And I worked there for like a week and said, fuck this.
Wow.
Sorry, Lockhart. Yeah.
What about it? Like,
They wanted me to make like $8 an hour. I said, I'm not going to do that.
No.
I'm not going to do that. No.
You got to put way too much love into it for $8 an
no,
hour.
sorry, guys.
I'm going to need about as much as you charge for per pound for brisket.
Yeah.
Right,
least.
at least. Yeah.
I hope I'm not in trouble for saying that shit.
No, you're good. You're good. We're gonna make a clip that'll be on our TikTok.
Hashtag call them out.
Hashtag Lockhart sucks.
Yeah, and after that, I went into catering. So we ran a catering company out of my backyard. I joined up with a guy named Doug Pickering, DWP Barbecue. I worked with him for almost 3 years building a catering company, and then we parted ways, and I went and opened that Smoky Rose restaurant. So.
Now, let me ask you this. Do you get roped into cooking barbecue for every holiday and
No,
family gathering?
no,
you
like
put
literally
into that?
I'm a twin. My twin brother had a baby shower, and I looked at the invitation like when I had to go, like so I could see the address of where it was, and it was like baby and barbecue, and I was like, no shit. I was like, you didn't. Thank you. Don't ask me to cook for your ass.
No.
I'm trying to enjoy.
Oh, you didn't show up and they just handed you the apron and
No,
said, here you go?
no,
Okay.
no, that doesn't happen anymore.
Good.
So you're a twin. James is the twin.
I'm a twin too. Yes.
Twins are
Identical
they're
or
very
fraternal?
fraternal. He's bald and skinny.
I'm a fraternal twin as well. Jan is not here. He's the other guy that's on our podcast. He's bald and skinny too.
Yeah.
I'm just kidding. He's not.
James is the good-looking one out of these twins too. That's so crazy.
Jan's not here, so we can't do that.
We can say that. That's fine.
Right.
No, yeah, my twin's gonna have a baby like next week. They're having their baby, so I'll be,
congrats.
as Brandon would say, Tío Miguel.
Congratulations. That's
awesome.
Yeah,
That's awesome.
I love that.
So I don't know why I've been itching to ask this because I love different kinds of barbecue pits. But the one you found by the dumpster, what kind of pit was it?
Dude, it didn't even have a brand on it. It was just like one you'd get at Home Depot.
Okay.
And then I upgraded. I remember that firebox had like one of your this uninsulated cheap pits. The hole will grow. The hole will grow.
Yeah,
So my hole just kept growing. And on the bottom of that smoke firebox, and I got a lifetime from Uvalde. It said, "Bought mine when I was young."
Yeah.
That's
Those things last for a while.
motto.
Those things are heavy duty.
So I got one of those big boys, and that's the one I started just every day off. I'd just be like, what can I afford? Be like, I've got like, $50 in my bank account. I'll go buy, a $14 pack of ribs that has 3 racks in it and a pork butt, and then cook all day long, drink beer, and then eat.
Yeah, I feel like you're just living our lifestyle.
living
like,
right.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think
Yeah.
we'll make Mike
if he lived in
honorary.
Pearland, he'd probably be on the show.
He probably would.
I was talking to somebody the other day, and they're like, I just don't want to just sit around all day just drinking beer while it's cooking. I'm like, it sounds like you just don't like barbecue. Like,
Right.
That's the whole experience.
Well, here's the thing. When you go from that to high volume, I'm a big beer drinking guy, but I won't drink beer if I'm cooking brisket until I wrap that bitch.
Oh, yeah.
Because I will have way too much fun with the beer, and then
Yeah.
not give a
It
shit.
When we do competitions, we do the same thing. It's like no drink until it's like about turning. You know,
Yeah.
okay, all
Yeah.
right, now we can.
Maybe that's your rule. Right. As soon as I wake up, I'm brushing my teeth with it.
Well, those of us who are cooking, Alex.
So
so-
y'all do competitions and stuff like that?
Yeah.
Right
Yeah.
on.
Bit of
I
that.
tried that. I tried that out for a minute. I tried that out. I remember cooking next to Johnny Trigg. He was
Yeah.
literally next to
Yeah.
me, and he was like, "You want to try a 12-hour rib?" I was like, "What the fuck is a 12-hour rib taste like?" And I remember trying. I was like, "God damn it! I mean, that's a good rib." I mean, he's Johnny Trigg. I remember seeing him on TV.
Yep.
That was it was called the Chili's Chili Annual Cook-Off.
Chili's chili
in Austin.
cook-off.
Y'all done
Okay.
that one?
Have not.
I did that one. And Mo Cason was there. I mean, all the big guys. I was showing up like, oh, dude, I think I could win this. I found one close to Dallas to drive down there. No, did not.
It's a different game. You know?
Yeah, they've never got a call, never gotten anything.
We always talk
that.
like, you know, the barbecue we cook at those competitions is not the barbecue we would want to cook and eat at our house.
Yeah.
You know, it's
Different.
It's a total different game.
I've
so.
never injected a brisket in my life. Never.
Yeah, I know. And now it's just like now they cook briskets in 4 hours. They're injected with so many different like chemicals and what's the
Say
phosphate.
liquid
The
smokers on
phosphate.
Yeah.
yeah. It's
This is the smoker they use right here.
it's actually you got 2
Drum
smokers in
cookers,
here
though.
already.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Actually, I got to go pick mine up here. It's been ready to go for like 2 weeks. I feel bad. He's off on a cruise though. The guy's building my pit, so I guess I won't get it this week.
Brandon just got a line of cookers starting to build for him called the Hurtado Smoke Box by Hooray Grill Company. Have y'all ever heard of that? It's pretty badass, dude. They brought the prototype out last week, and I was pretty impressed. So it's got like these drum cookers. You've seen the tubes come out the side for your air intake. So it's kind of got that on the side, but they're slides with a bunch of holes milled out of there. And the smokestack's a big old tube over the top of that box. And I mean, it's pretty sweet. I was impressed. I was
Looks
very
slick.
impressed. So we're about to start selling those. I think he actually posted it today, like the link to look at.
Yeah,
Okay.
check it out.
It's like
You have to
Hurtado.
put a link down below on the
Yeah,
episode. I think.
we will share that link.
HurtadoBarbecue.com/smokebox or something.
Yeah. Well, let me ask you what pits are you working with here?
We have 2 primitive 1,000 gallons uninsulated.
Okay.
We have 1,000 gallon rotisserie M&M pit, and then we have 1,000 gallon offset M&M pit as well.
Is that that pretty blue one out here?
That's the one.
I think it's gorgeous.
Yeah, it is.
You're going to definitely give us a tour after this, right?
Yeah, for
Yeah,
sure.
we need the full tour. So if you guys want to see some video of the tour of this whole place, head over to our YouTube, and you'll find it there.
Yeah, I love it. All right. Well, I think we've probably held you up long enough. I know you're running short staff today.
Yeah.
There's like just nothing being cooked right now.
No, I got 2 guys.
People
Yeah.
with orders
Shitload
out
of
here. It's like, where's my food?
I think he's back there with those guys.
Yeah.
We're
Well,
gonna have to sneak out.
I say it honestly. It's been an honor. It's been a blessing for you allowing us to come here and shoot the shit and talk barbecue with
Yeah,
you.
man.
I wish you the best. I'm sure we're going to call on you many of times
Right
to jump on the podcast and talk a little barbecue and drink a little beer with us. But hey, thank you. I appreciate
Yeah,
it.
cheers, guys, for real.
Yeah.
Right on.
Thank you, sir.
Yep.
What a cool guy. I'm anxious to honestly walk over like right next to where the barbecue place is and get some barbecue.
Yeah, I'm ready to eat.
Yeah, I'm definitely ready to eat. I mentioned earlier, he mentioned like talking about everybody being short staffed. Brandon, I think he's out in Kansas City, and somebody was out today. So he's obviously probably has a lot of hats on right now trying to get stuff done. So I'm very appreciative of this guy taking time out of his schedule to talk barbecue with us. Hey, I love the Tex-Mex barbecue, Tex-Q,
Everything's
Tex-A-Q,
better on a
whatever it
tortilla.
is. You know what I mean?
It is.
I feel like
eat everything with a tortilla.
with us being further, south, like in Houston, we pretty much put everything on a tortilla, whether it's like breakfast or dinner or lunch or whatever.
Right.
I am excited. I love the the appropriate uses of beef tallow instead of like I'm
I don't
sure
think we can get through an episode without talking about beef
no
tallow.
we can't.
That's true. I want to see how you work that into the conversation at Martin House.
Yeah,
Let's
right.
do that.
Do you
Yeah.
do a beef tallow beer?
Yeah,
How
like
does
a
that
beef tallow imperial stout. We gotta do that. Jesus.
Oily
Yeah.
beer. Ugh.
Oh, that sounds delicious.
My
But
heart's slowing down just thinking about it.
Yeah, it puts the beef tallow on the skin, or it gets the hose again. Jeez.
that's awkward.
That
All
was
right.
weird.
Right. So, folks, head over to our social medias. Check us out at Grab 'em in the Brisket everywhere except for Twitter. It's at Grab the Brisket. GrabTheBrisket.com. You can find all the links there if you can't remember anything else. Or info at Grab'emInTheBrisket.com if you want to send us an email. We have a phone number too. I don't remember what it is off the top of my head. If
33
you-
something another something.
Just scroll down. It's
It's
down
on the
below.
website.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, you'll have
or
it-
it's
you'll
on
have
the
it on the
website.
link here,
Wherever.
too.
Just it's around. You can find it. Leave
It's
us
like
a message.
7 numbers.
Barbecue fails. Barbecue wins. We want to hear all that shit.
Yep.
And then we'll sing you free shit when you do call in. So
There it is. Hey, honestly, guys, it's been awesome talking barbecue.
peace.
Thanks, everybody. We've been great.
Smoke on.
Dang it, Bobby. Just grab the brisket. We'd like to give a special thanks to Sucklebusters Barbecue Rubs and Sauces, Bolner's Fiesta Spices, CoolieNation Custom Koozies, Cambro Manufacturing, YETI Coolers, the Smoke Sheet Barbecue Newsletter, and Dalstrong Knives. We definitely appreciate your support.